Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Industrial Dave. We know what's going on in the news down in Southern California, in the Los Angeles area, the fires. Well, how does that relate to our channel? Firefighters, guys. Believe it or not, firefighting is part of the trades. Now, it's not part of the skilled building trades, but it is a skilled trade for sure. I don't want no parts of being a firefighter. I tell you what, being a firefighter is very noble. That's a hero. You're a hero. If you're a firefighter, you're a hero. Thank you for sure. But anyways, let's get to it. Depending on again what cities you're in, obviously, your bigger cities are going to have better pay. Just they got more budgets and all that stuff or whatever. So it's kind of tricky. You know what I mean? As opposed to a welder, you need welders, but there's nothing noble about it, right? Now, your firefighters, you're looking in LA, you're looking at maybe starting at about 60-ish. You know what I mean? 60, and I mean the ladder goes up. You can make high, well, I don't want to say high six figures, but I know personally a few firefighters that are doing extremely well out in the Southern California area. Obviously, it doesn't rain out there. Now, there's something you guys might not have ever thought about. You do not need a college degree to be a firefighter. Your firefighter academies are, basically apprenticeship programs. Now, the hardest thing about being a firefighter is just trying to apply. A lot of people have known for years that you don't need college. You don't, get a high school diploma and you can apply for your local fire department for the most part. Now, one, you have to be in shape. You don't necessarily have to be in shape to be in the building trades. But if you're going to be a firefighter, yes, that is the first thing off the back that you need to do is you got to be in some type of physical shape. You know what I mean? But that's something to think about. Now, me personally, I used to work for the city, right? Now, I wasn't a firefighter, obviously, but I used to work for the power company for the city. When emergencies happen, they make you sign a clause saying that, hey, no matter whatever happens or where you're at, you're going to report to work. That's a real thing. People aren't thinking about that when you become employed by a municipality. Whether you work for the county or the city, it's a little different. And that's just something that I did not want to personally commit to just because of, catastrophic events. And we all know what happened in New York City down in 2001. Police officers, firefighters lost their lives doing their job. That is, Dave is not that noble. I'm not a hero, guys. But you become part of a municipality, that is something that you sign up for, and firefighter is part of that. So that's something that you have to think about in the back of your head. Now, are you going to make the money? Absolutely. The money is there for sure. Now, one thing that is a little different that I don't personally like about firefighters, some people do, you work a lot, but you don't. If you guys don't know, or unless you live under a rock, firefighters do not work 8-hour days. They don't work 12-hour days. They work the entire shift, which is a day. So they go in a day at a time. So basically, you will essentially live at the firehouse for 24 hours and then you're off. Now, this is just what I've heard over the years from friends, family, and people that I've worked with personally who have been firefighters. They sleep at the station, they're there for 24 hours at a time, and then they go home to their normal lives. So sometimes they might, I guess by the time you add it up, they've worked maybe 15 or 14 days in a month, with no overtime. And they like that. You get a lot of time off to essentially do whatever you want. But these guys in California, man, they're banking. They're making some crazy coin. I know one time personally, my uncle, he was a higher up, but he was bringing in, just about 16,000 a month, working all these crazy hours. But again, you're putting your life on the line for sure. All right. Lots of police officers and firefighters have died in the line of duty trying to protect us regular citizens. So it's just something I want you to think about, guys. Firefighting is a trade. It's a very dangerous trade, very lucrative, lots of opportunities. One thing I guess could be a catch-22 if you hire on with a city or whatever as a firefighter. You're kind of stuck to that city. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just kind of move across the country and have your pension or your retirement kind of move with it. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. You're kind of stuck to that city. Now, obviously, the experience can move along whatever way you want to go. But for the most part, if you are a firefighter, you're kind of going to be stuck wherever it is that you're at. But for the most part, guys, I just wanted to give you a little breakdown and kind of, open it up to let you know that firefighting is a trade. And especially depending on what part of the country you're on. Obviously, some places of the country burn more than others. But for the most part, you're always going to need firefighters. They're always in demand. They have been around for centuries fighting fires, doing traffic accidents, and so forth. And actually, here's another one. Even in our industry, in the power industry, and in the oil refinery industry, you have firefighters that are at the refineries. They train on confined space, H2S, and, climbing these towers and high angle rescue and stuff like that. Now, that's something you could do. That's pretty cool. But again, get your foot in the door if you're thinking about becoming a firefighter. It's an awesome career. And again, very noble if that's the way you want to go. Salute to you, civil servants and firefighters and police officers that work for municipalities. So again, I just wanted to kind of break that down to you guys. Hey, thanks for tuning in to 6 to 6. It's your host, Industrial Dave. Stay safe.